Welcome back to Scholar Online, the channel that is all about learning. We're here to help teach you get skills, real life skills that you can use to start making money online and building your own businesses. In the last video, we showed you how to create your own e-commerce store on WooCommerce from scratch that sells beautiful watches that look like this that we drop shipped directly from AliExpress. Now, in this video, I'm going to teach you something very, very important about e-commerce. What helps with e-commerce or WooCommerce success? There are two main things, two most important things. No matter what anybody tells you, if you do these two things right, you are going to be successful as an e-commerce entrepreneur. The first one is you've got to find a niche product. It's very, very important that you sell the right thing. If you decide, for example, you are going to sell lipsticks in your e-commerce store, you might not be as successful because there is 100 other people selling lipstick and I can just walk down the road to Clicks, Edgar's, buy lipstick. Why would I buy a lipstick online and wait 2 weeks for it to be delivered? Okay, but if you can find a very unique product like those vacuum face things that I cannot find at Woolworths, I cannot find at Edgar's, I cannot find down the road, and I look at it and I think I need this for my face because I'm struggling with acne, whatever I'm struggling with, you are going to be successful. The key is to find a niche product that is not easily available in the local supermarket that you can import or drop ship from AliExpress, and you can make lots of money very, very quickly. That's the first important thing. There's a video we've made on how to find the right product to sell on e-commerce. Just have a look at our videos, or I will link it in the description below. Second key to success, and this is very, very important. If you get the first one right, you've got to get the second one right as well. This is a marketing. Marketing. Once you create an e-commerce store that looks like this, it doesn't matter how beautiful it looks. If people don't know that your store exists, people are not going to buy from your store. So you've got to reach the market where the market is at. You've got to do social media marketing. You've got to do paid advertising, and you've got to utilize every single part of marketing that you can get your hands on to get your brand and product out there so that people know that your product exists and people come to buy from you. Okay. Now, in this video, I'm going to focus on top three places where you can get free marketing for your online store that doesn't cost you a cent. So free means doesn't cost you a cent. Obviously, to be truly successful, you might have to think about paying for adverts. But before you even get there, okay, you've got to maximize and capitalize and use there already are available free platforms. Okay. Now, the first one that I'm going to show you, I've discussed in the past, is Google My Business. Google My Business is a free service that's provided by Google where you can advertise your business that doesn't cost you anything. The only limitation with Google My Business is that it reaches only a local market. So if you are based in Johannesburg and you do a Google My Business page, it mostly appears for people that are within your local vicinity when they search for things. But if they search for a specific name, it will appear for just about anybody. Now, we've done a video on Google My Business, and if you haven't seen it, there's a whole video series. Go through it and create your Google My Business page, okay? Once you've created a Google My Business page, you come up here and you go to products, okay? And you add your products one by one on Google My Business. And once you've done that, your products will appear on your Google My Business page. I just want to show you what a complete Google My Business page looks like. If you go to Google, and I'm going to Google the Tati store. I'm doing this because this is a store I'm familiar with and I helped them create this Google My Business page. This is what a complete Google My Business page looks like. Okay, the Tati store with an image of your business on the map, directions to your store, and a couple of products, the prices. I mean, this is really amazing. This is like free e-commerce for you on the Google front page, right? Okay, you've got to utilize Google My Business. The only limitation I'm noticing with a lot of entrepreneurs and complaints we see with Google My Business is the verification process. Okay, the verification process is a bit of a challenge. All right, when you come the first time to create a Google My Business page, you're going to be asked to verify your business. And if you're a new business and, for example, you're just creating a website for the first time, they're only going to give you an option for you to get a postcard through the mail. And I haven't met anybody that has received that postcard yet, especially in South Africa with our post office system. the postcard just never arrives, okay? And so it's a bit of a challenge, and there's ways around it, okay? So this specific Google My Business page that I've created for Scholar Online, for example, if you go to Google and you search specifically for Scholar Online, you don't see it. It doesn't appear here because it's not yet verified. Google is not going to put it on the front page. You need to verify it first. And ways that I found around it is time. You just gotta give it time. So if you start a business today and you create a website and you create an address around your website and you operate your business for a couple of months, okay, before you create your Google My Business page, and Google is already going to index your page and put it in their database. And then if you come like 6 months later or a year later, and then you go to Google My Business and you Google for your page, you will see the Google My Business profile automatically created for you because Google has already indexed your website and added it to their documentation, so they know your website exists. And then it's easier to just claim the website. So then you'll go and you'll see something that says claim this listing, and then you claim it as your own. And then the only verification they will ask for you in that case is via email to prove that you own the business. They'll send an email to like admin at that domain of that business, and then you can verify using email. Okay, but I've only noticed this working for a pre-existing business that you've ran for a couple of months without actually creating a Google My Business page. And by the time you want to create a Google My Business page, you already have a listing on Google for that business, and then you just claim the listing. They're not going to try and send you a postcard. You can actually just go and verify using an email address. So if your business is, for example, a Scholar Online and it's admin.scholaronline, then you can just tell them to send it to admin, and then you can verify that listing using that email address. Okay, that's a workaround it that I've seen work if you don't get the postcard via Google. The second thing I want to show you today is Google. It's Facebook Marketplace, free advertising or free listing of your products and reaching a wider audience. Now, all you've got to do is go to your Facebook page and you go to the marketplace, okay? And the marketplace will look like this. And there's a lot of people already utilizing our Facebook Marketplace, okay? When you get here, you will sell something, okay? So click on sell something there, and that will pop up. And then you can just what are you selling? I'm selling Mughal watches. All right, and the price, 100 Rand. All right, and you're in Johannesburg, and you can just put in your, whatever these things are, electronics, computers. So it's an image of the watch. I'm going to delete this listing as soon as I've created it because I'm not actually selling these watches. This is a test store that we built. Okay. So that's going to come up. And then once you're done with that, you just click next. Oh, there it is. Just click next and listing or whatever, just publish it, not as in your group, and it will just immediately go up. And that's how easy it is to do a listing on Facebook Marketplace. And this also doesn't cost you a thing, but the only limitation with this as well is Facebook Marketplace is also geographically, challenged. So you will only reach people within your general vicinity. So only people on Facebook around where you live right now are going to see your advert. So I'm going to actually just mark this as sold, and no, I haven't sold, and just delete this because I don't want people to actually find this on the marketplace. But this is a second way of actually just reaching people. And as you can see, some of the other things I've sold here, people will reply, and you actually make a lot of sales here. Sometimes up to the same amount of sales you make off your online store. Then the last one, and this is probably the oldest trick in the book, and I don't know why people don't use this, is Gumtree. Okay, Gumtree is one of the oldest, online sort of places that you can just go and list your products or services, or for free. So if you have an online store like this that sells watches, of course you're gonna come to Gumtree and post a free ad, okay? And it's free to do this, okay? And you're gonna decide, same as what you did when you went through Google. You're gonna decide what is it you're doing, all other categories, and selling Mughal watches, The category, you're gonna put it in there as electronics or whatever it is. Other electronics, wearable technology, okay, for sale by owner. And you're gonna select your color. It's like gold watches. The condition is brand new. And here you also have to select your location. But what I like about this is that it doesn't limit you geographically. So even though you're going to select you're based in Johannesburg, actually you will get people seeing your advert from Cape Town that will contact you, and you can organize delivery if you've got that in place. Okay, so let's say you're in Gauteng and I'm in Johannesburg. I'm in Four Ways, and brand new beautiful watches for sale. And you've got an option to add a website URL. Okay, if you have 100 rands, I highly recommend you do this. Okay, not because you want people to follow the URL. Okay, obviously, you want people to follow the URL, but most people will most probably just call you. But we will do another series on SEO, and I will teach you how link building is very, very important for search engine optimization. So one of the best reasons why you actually want to add your URL here is for the purposes of SEO and link building. Okay, so when you have your URL here, actually it signals Google that your website appears in a lot of other places being recommended or being linked to your current website by other websites. So this is this 100 rand, you're actually just buying a link, a backlink back to your website. And I highly recommend, if you do have 100 rands, that you just pay it. Okay, and if you make a sale, it's more than gonna pay for itself. And then you just add your pictures there. And if you've got a YouTube video URL, again, highly recommend you do this because this is now free. They don't even charge you for that. And this also helps promote the SEO of your YouTube video and how much your thing is worth, the phone number. And if you want to highlight your ad, you can pay for this, but this is not necessary. You don't have to pay for all of this. This is just additional boosts you can put on your ad. But you don't even need to do this because a lot of people that come to Gumtree will search for specific things. They will come and say, I'm looking for watches, or I'm looking for nail products, whatever it is they're looking for. They will search for specific items and your products will appear because of the search. So it's not important to promote it again, okay? So I don't even do this. And as soon as I put up an advert, I'll start getting phone calls, recommendations from Gumtree, and a lot of people use Gumtree. So in fact, out of everything I've shown you, Gumtree is most probably the most cost-effective, but effective form of free advertising that is available out there to start promoting your items once you create an online store, before you even get into paid advertising, because you will still have to supplement your promotion of your store with paid advertising, but there's still a whole lot you can and must do that is free. Okay, so thank you guys very much for watching, and if you loved this video, please remember to hit the subscribe button. Please remember to like this video. Please comment below and let me know, are you starting out on e-commerce? Are you interested? What else do you want me to make videos on? Because there is so much to discuss on e-commerce. I mean, we can discuss Google ads, Facebook ads. There's a lot to discuss, but let me know what you want me to discuss first so that I'll start with that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned.